I want to interview James Childs Jr. So this is James Childs Jr. and he's learning much he can from his dad, and so he's out here working. So just share some with the audience about your experience working with your dad out here on the farm.
Yeah, well, I actually started no sooner I got big enough to start walking. I was toting tools or going and getting something and bringing it back
Really?
to dad. I've been driving tractor since I was probably 7 or 8 years old,
Wow.
and so uh, just coming up on the farm, it's a lot to learn, and you're constantly learning as you grow. So I've been doing it just independently on my own. I guess ever since about 1988, early 90s. So, but like I say, I love it. I love to see stuff grow, and I love to we feed the communities. Because I know they want some good wholesome produce and stuff, and we try to take care. We try not to use all those chemicals and stuff because we have to consume it also, as well as our families and neighbors and stuff like that. So, in saying that, we out here now trying to get. We having a few bug problems, so we out here trying to harvest as much as we can and try to at least recruit some of the expense that we got in it, and hopefully I think we will on just this bunch of greens here. And all we don't recruit this season here, we'll come back in the later part of December over into the fall and winter and pick up where we left off here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an ongoing thing. It's 365 days a year for us. It's non-stop. We don't ever stop. We may get a little break in that late summer, getting prepared for that early fall crops. Your turnips, mustards, again, cabbages, broccoli, collards, rutabagas. We do a fall squash. And like I say, it's just always something to plant. Once you learn your vegetables, what time of the season that requires you to put in, you already just stay a step ahead of having your land prepared and for that season. And that's why I say it's always 365 days a year. You can do something with that land because it's got to be prepped. It's got to be, till the soil and, put in, we use chicken manure. That's what we use. So that's why we have such a good product and a good flavor on that product. So, but I'm been doing it for about, I'm 57. So I've been doing it independently with the USDA, with tracking numbers, farm numbers and stuff like that ever since 2009, but I've been farming for at least, 30-something years, almost nearly 40 years myself. So, but like I say, it's a job. It's not near as hard as what it used to be years ago when I was coming up, when you have to do a lot of chopping and pulling grass up and stuff like that. And coming up through those years, we found ways to maneuver around all this chopping and pulling grass and stuff. You get these different tools and different machines and stuff, and just put them out and constantly, stay above, stay ahead of the grass. And so that's why we've been fortunate to grow such a big yield on our crops. But now we got to find some kind of way of eradicating these bugs that we got on the turnip. So, but we're going to get it, but we've been fortunate through the years to be able to have a good season each year. We had some bad seasons back a few years ago when we had that extreme zero freezing temperatures. I think back last year, they stayed under 3 days, and it didn't hurt us as bad as I thought it was. Fortunately, we pulled out of it and still made a profit. So, but like I say, we can't contend with God when He makes His mind up for what He's going to send our way. We just deal with it and hold a head up and just go head on. That's about all we can do. That's on a daily living life basis. Regardless whether you're farming or in the corporate field or whatever, construction or whatever. You just got to contend with it and just stay prayed up and just keep your chin up and just go ahead.
All right. Well, y'all doing a great job, and I appreciate you sharing
Thank
with
you.
us. You're doing a great job, and I say to people, I'm definitely one of the main customers, because
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna make sure I eat some vegetables down here, and it's healthier, and it's basically good for you. That's why I'm eating to live, and not
Yeah,
living to eat.
yeah,
So
that's
I
right.
can I can buy it someplace else and pay cheaper. But listen, people, I don't mind paying, and their vegetables, they give you a lot of vegetables. I went to looked at the vegetable stand, which I'm probably gonna set one up in Tuscaloosa next year. Buy from them, and they gave you such a small amount. I didn't
Yes,
buy any. I just looked,
yes,
gave a small amount
yes,
for the same price. They give you a large amount.
yes.
I'm like, I could.
Yeah,
y-
pretty much we double
They
what,
double.
what you would get off the roadside stand.
Yeah, they double it.
And a lot of times what I do, I visit the grocery store to see what their prices are and see how large their bunches are. And our bunches like you say, are much larger.
Oh yeah.
Now we do furnish some of the stores. We got one in Piggly Wiggly, and we got 3 stands that we vendor at Green GS, which is Green Sumter Stand in Utah, and then we got an owl stand that is certified roadside market stand, which is in Bowling G, and that address is County Road 700 County Road 107, and that's Bowling G, and that's 3